You keep saying the relationship, nothing wrong, it's fine, but clearly there are problems. So what's this whole thing about him connecting better with other people? So is it like he go out a lot with his friends? Does he go out with other people more often than you do? Feel like he can click better with others? How long have you all been together? 4 years. Feel like I'm boring and he can do better. He does a lot of things for me. Almost all free time spent together. Okay, but you just feel like, why does he seem to have better conversations with other people? He's the first person I'm vulnerable to. This feeling of like he connects better with other people, this has been consistent throughout the 4 years, or is it something that you only felt very strongly recently? I'm trying to understand if there's any sudden change of behavior or interaction. Recently, with one of my best friends, I felt he clicked better with my best friend. Do you at the same time feel that he is treating you any differently? For example, is he getting more easily annoyed with you? No difference, but when you talk, I feel like they're closer than me. I want to say that it may not be what you think. I always look at the deeper meaning in the chariot, which is the black and white. In this deck is horses, our ego self, an alignment of inner and outer self. The pride that we show to everybody, that glorious mask, is that really who you are inside? I feel that the basis of what you're feeling now has a lot to do with that. A lot of it is coming from your insecurities and your lack of confidence in yourself. On the two sides of the chariot, we have the King of Wands and then we have the Six of Swords. King of Wands, this lack of connection that you're feeling also actually has a lot to do with you not opening up yourself. You may say that your guard is down, but because that has never happened for you before, you tend to put up this very strong front. You don't realize that this defense is actually still up, you see. It becomes a vicious cycle. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You don't realize that you're actually not opening up to him as much as you should. Six of Swords. This is always a card about departure, about a painful decision. I feel that this is speaking a lot about your insecurity, that you are very focused on these inner fears and insecurities. Your inner and your outer self is not matching. When you are unable to connect with yourself, when you're unable to express your authentic and your true self, how then do you expect to be able to connect authentically with anybody else? It's not so much about, oh, he cannot connect with you. It's you're not connecting with him actually. What you're perceiving of the outside world is this, all these ideal situations. Oh, he seems to get along so well with my best friend. He seems to get along so well with everybody else. Even my pets seem to like him better. But all this is all a projection and manifestation of your fears that one day he's going to leave me. Inherently, there's nothing wrong with your relationship. What if I already feel open? You know, there are people who think that, but I already told you already what? But actually never. Actually, the dialogue is happening in your mind. They don't realize that actually they didn't verbalize what they were thinking about. You have not been expressing it as openly and as honestly as you think that you have. Your concerns about infidelity, right? That's why I was asking so much about the consistency of his behavior. How do we know this person is lying to us or not? One very important thing to look at is consistency. He has always been good to you. This behavior has not changed. We can observe these things and be able to understand that, oh, perhaps I'm thinking too much. I think he's too good for me, but I do want him. That's why Sean asked you that question, you see. I think the issue hinges a lot upon self-worth. Remember this, he chose you, he already did. So why do you doubt yourself? I have a night shift job, so I'm also afraid it will affect us. That's why I took the reading. Again, has his behavior changed? Has he suddenly turned cold? Has he been doing less things for you? No, ma. Now you're focusing on possible reasons why he may not want you. Focus on why he has been in a relationship with you for so many years. Many people have issues of self-love. The important thing is believing that this is something that you can overcome. Have you actually spoken to him about it before? Today I did. Oh, okay, that's great. What was his reaction? Think about it this way. Maybe he's so comfortable with you, he's not worried about you not being humorous. Yeah, lor. Correct. Then he was saying it won't happen. He don't even talk to his ex. I think he's a very reassuring person and he's very calm. For example, an unhealthy partner, this could very well be a point of argument already. Yeah, I think he's a very safe person. Based on what I'm sensing of his energy right now, infidelity is one of the last things that he will ever do. He's the kind of person that 全世界可以负了你, he will never 负你 because he's not interested in doing these kind of things. If in the event that he really fall in love with somebody else, he'll just break up with you. He's not the type that will bother with cheat on you lah, then need to tell lies lah. He got better things to do. What you see is what you get. And what a great boyfriend to have that is like that. You no need to guess.